Perfect 4-0 sweep with complimentary plays the past 2 days here on the video report after last night, giving you winners on the West Coast with the Oakland A's straight up and the Angels on the run line. 2 more free selections coming up in this report as I want to take a look at the game between the Yankees and the Indians and head out west for the game between Seattle and Minnesota. Before I get to the rundown of who's hot, who's not, before I get to the free selections, I just want to tell you guys something. You may think I always joke around and I'm just kidding about my wife being a video poker degenerate, okay? Now, I don't kid about stuff here, guys, on the video report when it comes to gambling. You should know that by now. Just want to show you something. So, beginning of the month, right? Now, tomorrow I happen to be heading out and pray for me because I'm going to be taking my wife out to Michigan. We have to head out to Michigan, and which means, of course, we're going to be sidetracked to Detroit, to the MGM, to Caesars in Ontario, and then going to the other side of the state. What is it? Michigan City, a big casino out there, about 20 miles east of St. Joseph's, Michigan. So more casino trips coming up. But at the end of every month or beginning of every month, it always comes time to start cleaning out the closet. And the closet, forget about it. It once was a pantry. The closet is really just all her gambling offers. This is a pile of all her gambling offers for the past month for Vegas. This pile, this pile represents all her gambling offers and solicitations for Atlantic City. This pile represents all her offers and solicitations for casinos not in the state of Nevada or the state of New Jersey. I've got everything in here from, Vicksburg, Mississippi. Yes, Lady Luck Casino was there just a couple of months ago. Yes, got to go there again. And probably will, which is really the sad part, too. Shreveport, Louisiana, stopped at those casinos as well. Yes, you name St. Charles, Missouri, you name it, we've got them. So this is what gambling when you're a video poker degenerate does. This is what it results in. I mean, I told my wife, I said, you're a danger to the environment. Can't you sign up for emails so these people send you email solicitations instead of all this junk mail? I mean, when the mail comes, I've got to go through and say, I know there's bills in here someplace. Oh, no, sorry. Lady Luck wants you to come back. Harris wants you to come back. So trust me, guys, I don't kid about gambling and her being a degenerate when it comes to video poker. And, of course, I hope she is amused when she hears about this video report later today. Hey, NBA free agency, of course, boy, I'll tell you, it's been a fascinating week. There is more talk now about NBA free agency as it opens up here in a few hours than usually the midsummer trade deadline for baseball. I mean, that used to be the beautiful thing. All the GMs talking about swapping this one for that one. It just doesn't happen. It's not that much fun anymore. But basketball, this free agent period, I mean, Jesus. I mean, it really sustains you between that and I don't know if you've been watching, but, on NBA.com on the TV channel, I've been watching the Summer League games. I love watching the Summer League games and seeing most of the rookies for the teams and a lot of fringe players that didn't really make a mark last year in their rookie seasons and journeymen trying to hang on and find a new job playing down in Orlando. And, of course, it moves to Vegas for games here this week as well. But the free agency period, just want to quickly note something. I have criticized two guys, LeBron and Chris Bosh, many, many times. But I was thinking to myself here about LeBron. And listen, I think LeBron's got two choices here. And think about this way. And you hear about all the talk of where could he go? Could he go there? Could he go there? Hey, if he goes back to Miami, it's a great thing because, hey, he's sticking it out with the franchise he left to go with otherwise. His only other real option in the court of public opinion, when you think about it, is going back to Cleveland. Because any other move he makes, he'll simply be viewed as a mercenary. Yes, a player gun for hire. If he goes back to Cleveland, of course, then it's all about mending fences, coming back to where he began, returning to his roots. And it's a feel-good story. Forget the fact that Dan Gilbert accurately trashed him. It's amazing how money and wins will make people forget about hard feelings. I've always said that I'd work with the devil personified if it meant good things for a business. Of course, I've also fired a lot of those people, too, because I realized after working with them, it just wasn't worth selling your soul. You know what I mean? But Dan Gilbert and LeBron, hey, they can get together. But if he goes anyplace else, entertains offers anywhere else, he'll just be a mercenary. But Chris Bosh is the guy who finally, you saw the story yesterday broke amid the rumors that Houston Rockets offered him a max wager contract. It's about time somebody realized that Chris Bosh, who I've said many times, on a bad team, he's an outstanding player. On a good team, he's just an average complimentary player. I really feel that way about Chris Bosh. But, all this talk about Carmelo, a one-dimensional player, going here, maybe to Houston, going to the Lakers, being swayed by Chicago, returning to the Knicks. And I kept thinking to myself, well, how about Chris Bosh? People are talking about Pau Gasol. He's not even a 30-minute-a-game guy anymore, okay? Let him go to Oklahoma City. It would be the greatest thing for the Thunder to get him instead of having that lumbering giant, that piece of stiff wood, Kendrick Perkins, manning the middle. For them. Let Gasol play the middle along with Steven Adams, the second-year guy. That's the way they should go. But Chris Bosh, really, think about it. You go to the Houston Rockets, where I always thought that he should end up. Not the Lakers, not even back with Miami. You go to the Rockets, and you are the perfect complementary player. But you fit in even better with the Rockets than you do with the Miami Heat, because in Miami, because of a lack of interior size, you were basically forced to play down low. Yeah, you drifted out. You're a great three-point shooter, blah, 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 blah. But you had to do a lot of the dirty work, which really isn't your game. But in Houston, that's what Dwight is for. Dwight is going to take care of the boards, guys. Dwight sometimes, becomes disinterested in offense, but he definitely, obviously, is a great rebounder. Okay? Chris Bosh can be the scorer. And then you think about how it opens things up. You have Chris Bosh, if you retain Chandler Parsons, you got James Harden, you got Dwight Howard. The only weakness you have is whether or not you believe that Patrick Beverley is going to be your point guard for the long term. God help your soul. But still, that's where Chris Bosh should go. Absolutely should go to the Houston Rockets. So I've said my piece, and now we'll move on. Listen, Trace Adams continues to win an absolute fortune for you guys. Yesterday, again, hit his second biggest play of the season. 1,500-star raised the bar, winner number 5 in a row. Yesterday, it was the Reds 130 on the run line. You got the play for $39. Of course, Sunday, you got his top-rated 1,000-star winner, number 8 out of 10, the Yankees. That one you got for $34. Today, save $70 again. For the second straight day, 1,500-star raised the bar, winner number 6 in a row. It's another run line route. And FYI, $1 bettors in baseball are up $32,200 since last season. And all sports combined since early May, they're up $18,200. Shawn Michaels going for winning day number 101 out of 163. For a guy who was not an everyday handicapper, and that's over a 14-month period. And in that stretch, his plays have gone 100, that's 100 wins, 64 losses, and 2 pushes, making $10 bettors $23,740 today. 50-dime winner number 7 out of 10, Road Warrior Lock of the Month. And you can get that pick for just $19 by using coupon code Sean80. Yes, that means you save $80 off the regular price, which is $99, which means you get it for $19. So that's something you should consider too. And 777. Whew. So I'm telling you, I'm just worried about what this is doing to trees across the country. I just can't even concentrate on this report right now. You realize, who needs to go to the gym? This has got to be like 2 pounds of excess gambling information here. Email. I run an internet company, and my wife refuses to take email solicitations. She's got the little Galaxy 5. She's got her little Samsung Note tablet. She's got her PC. And instead, no, we got to get junk mail in the mail. Drives me nuts. You know how much shredding we got to do? Anyway, all the other promos and crap like that is over on the homepage. You can do with it what you want to over there. Let's talk about a couple complimentary plays. Late night selection tonight. I'm going to go with Seattle minus the 115 at home. At 10:10 Eastern Time against Minnesota. I was reading the box scores, as I do after every single day, because I like to look at the starting pitchers. I kind of memorize them. I've got a photographic memory for them. And it really is what comes down to the basis of my formation of plays 4 or 5 days down the road, next turn through the rotation. And I had been seeing Chris Young, and my God, I'm thinking to myself, he's really pitching well. And then I did some research on his numbers today. 3-0 with a 1.44 earned run average in his last 4 starts. Went 7 innings in his last start, I think it was. Struck out a season-high 7 batters. Didn't walk anybody either. 5-1 with a 2.19 earned run average in his last in 8 home starts this season. Now, Phil Hughes started off like gangbusters for the Minnesota Twins. But guys, law of averages always catches up. It's Phil Hughes, for goodness sake. He's got an 8.05 earned run average in his last 3 starts. And in those 3 starts, 27 hits allowed and 19 innings of work. Mariners have won 8 out of 10 at home. They've won 11 of their last 15 overall. The Twins have lost 11 of their last 12 on the road. They're just 5-15 versus the AL West. Seattle's a pretty cheap price. So although the Mariners have only scored a total of 6 runs in their last 4 games, which has me a little concerned, also has me thinking maybe the under, I would rather just take Seattle straight up in this one. Your other play is, I got to go with my man, Tanaka, the Yankees on the run line. You should know Adam Wainwright and Tanaka. I take them practically every single time on the run line, and why not? I mean, Tanaka on the road this season, 8 road starts. He is personally 7-1 with a 2.47 earned run average. And every single one of those 7 wins, the Yankees have won by at least 2 runs. They come into this contest having won 4 of their last 5, scoring at least 5 runs in 4 of those games. Tanaka, his earned run average on the road, 2.47. Again, they're 4-1 on their current road trip. They opened the series with a 5-3 win last night. By the way, the Yankees have absolutely dominated the Indians. They've won 5 straight, 12 of the last 14 in the series. Going back to 2009 season, 26-8 overall versus the Tribe, who have now lost 5 of 7 at home after winning 11-12 at home. So, Yankees on the run line, you got them at even money. You might get them at plus $1.05. If you wait a little longer, I think you got a better chance at that. And I'm going to go with Seattle's the cheap favorite at home. Those are your 2 freebies today. Good luck, everybody, and I will catch you again tomorrow morning.